It's the third year of my relationship with Matthew. Had a fight during the graduation trip. Wait until I calm down. Preparing a gift to apologize to him. He heard him speaking sarcastically. So annoying. I should have known it would be so troublesome to hang out with her. It's better to find someone else than to spend this money. Love always has a bit of an obsession with cleanliness. So I turned and walked away. Take the sage he gave me out of the notebook. Throw it away. Also suggested breaking up. Later, the hand-holding photo I posted with someone else went viral. As a result, Matthew crazily showed up at my doorstep. Amelia, you once promised to love me for a lifetime. The third day, since Matthew went missing, I endured the discomfort in my stomach. Took a taxi from the hospital to the shared apartment with a roommate. I had already greeted his roommate. Today, bring the gift he wants the most. Prepare a surprise for him. We have been in a Cold War for 3 days. Thinking of how well he treated me before, I couldn't help but apologize to him first. Sister Amelia, Matthew is inside the house now. You can go in with peace of mind. He doesn't know you are coming. I rushed to his door carrying the gifts I had saved up. His roommate was already waiting outside. No problem. Next time, Matthew and I will definitely treat you to a meal. I carefully opened the door. She walked in quietly. When I was about to push open the door outside Matthew's room, a mocking male voice came from inside. You believe it, in a couple of days, she might come to ask me to make up. The soundproofing in this house is really poor. Matthew's voice was exceptionally clear. A carefree male voice spoke again. He sighed. I should have known it would be so troublesome to go out and have fun with her. It's better to spend the money on a trip elsewhere. All right, let's not talk about her. Where to go for fun tonight? Amelia sent me some money a while ago. I don't want to hear it anymore. Close eyes and hold back tears. Turned around and left the house. Matthew's roommate is no longer at the door. The hallway is unusually quiet. I stiffly pressed the elevator button to go downstairs. The gift in hand made my hand ache faintly. The words I just heard keep echoing in my mind. I try to tell myself that it wasn't Matthew who said that, but the sound was too clear. Clear enough to deceive myself no longer. All of this is true. I used to think that pure and flawless love was just a joke. A severe cramp surged through the abdomen. I can't control myself. Suddenly fell to the ground. At this moment, I fell into a warm embrace like this. When I woke up again, found lying on a hospital bed, I woke up. A man in a white coat stood in front of me. Please bring me a cup of warm water, doctor. What's wrong with me? You fainted in the neighborhood. Just so happens, I'm a doctor. I saw you collapse while getting ready for work. He took off the mask. A faint smile appeared on the face. It was then that I noticed the badge on his chest. It says Dr. Lucas Bennett, gastroenterology. He said with a smile, just finish the infusion, you can go now. I nodded stiffly. Memories flooded back just before fainting. Matthew's words echoed in my ears. Ugh, I couldn't help but vomit violently. Lucas quickly picked up the trash can, asked me with concern, is everything okay? I took the tissue he handed me. Say it's nothing. It's just a bit disgusting. Lucas frowned. Your eating habits are too irregular. I'm starving. I recall the gift bought for Matthew through frugality and hard work. Can't help but self-mock. The corner of the mouth slightly twitched. Really feels so foolish. Can't even take care of oneself. Dr. Bennett, someone is looking for you. A nurse hurriedly called out to Lucas. He told me everything is in the car. I'll wait for him to finish work before coming to pick it up. Also left a phone number. Just left hurriedly. I took out my phone to have a look. There isn't a message on the phone in the pocket. I scrolled through my friend's circle for a while. Saw Matthew's friend posted their group photo at the bar, under the purple-blue neon lights. A group of people is seated around the table, the corner of the photo. I noticed a hand wearing a bracelet on Matthew's leg. Nausea surged in the stomach again. I vomited in front of the trash can this time. I opened WeChat again. Clicked on the pinned avatar. Type break Yoop in the chat box. After completing these tasks, I blocked and deleted all of Matthew's contact information. Let out a deep sigh. There is still half a bottle of medication in the infusion bottle. I leaned against the hospital bed. Soon fell asleep in a daze. But it won't be half an hour. I was woken up again by the phone ringing. Sister Amelia, why haven't you reconciled with Matthew yet? Did you know? He just said he wants to break up with you. I rubbed my painful head. We have ended our relationship. This is all I said. I hung up the phone, but less than 2 minutes later, another phone call rang. I scrolled the screen, answered the phone. Amelia, you still want to break up? I have been too indulgent with you, right? It's just a few photos. I also want to maintain a good relationship with the leadership for our future life. The breakup was decided like this. Really? Sure. If you really have the ability, don't expect things to go back to how they were between us. On the other end of the receiver, Matthew looked very excited, but I feel inexplicably calm. Maybe at this moment, I just understood. This is the real him. In the 3 years of knowing each other and being in love, he has been carefully hiding himself. His voice kept coming from the phone. I hung up the phone without hesitation. After the Roman 4 infusion, I took a taxi home. Once home, I rushed into the study to find my diary. In that worn-out diary, clutching a wilted foxtail grass, it was the first time Matthew and I took a walk. He casually picked it and gave it to me. He told me, this is his first time pursuing a girl, no experience, so let's treat it as a keepsake. That night, a long diary entry was written. Writing is a lot of fun. Then carefully hid the dogtail grass. It was hidden for 3 years, the beauty of first love in youth. It has completely shattered now. The phone vibrated. It is a deduction notification message. Matthew transferred our savings for a romantic relationship. That few thousand yuan remained untouched when living was tough and rent couldn't even be paid. Because it's always on my mind that we talked about having a future. I only have $139.60 left now. At this moment, Lucas called me. Amelia, I just got off work. I've got everything ready to give you. I hesitated. Maybe I'll come to get it from you tomorrow. The bus to the hospital may no longer be available at this time. I am completely broke. I can't afford a taxi at all. He seemed to sense the hesitation in my words, immediately realized and suggested, otherwise, send an address. I'll send it over now. Would this be too much trouble for you? Dr. Bennett, how about I go to the hospital to pick it up tomorrow? Lucas chuckled softly. Go on, Amelia. I'm going to lend the car to someone tomorrow. It's not good to leave it like this. So I sent the address to Lucas. Half an hour later, he appeared at my door carrying something. Thank you for your trouble. Dr. Bennett, it's fine. It's quite heavy anyway. Is it a gift for someone else? I nodded. This is for an ex-boyfriend, but now planning to sell. This projector is worth 5,000 yuan. It was bought with the money I saved for 2 months. Matthew loves watching movies, always talking about wanting a projector, watching various brand projector videos every day. He also said, if there can be a future with me, we definitely need a projector at home after work. We can snuggle on the sofa to listen to music and watch movies. This beautiful fantasy moved me to tears. Unfortunately, reality leaves me feeling very disappointed. I returned to the room holding the unwrapped gift, made up one's mind. It is also planned to be listed on a second-hand trading website. I chose to ignore it. The projector sold quickly. I mailed it out the next day. It covers my daily expenses. Matthew didn't reach out to me, but his friend sent several messages. Everyone is urging me to compromise with him first. I didn't reply a word. Every time after a fight, I'll reach out to him to make up soon. He cares about me a lot. I gradually began to blame myself. Until today, I heard him speak in person. I finally understand. He is always cold to me, deliberately made me compromise, become the person desired. Everyone thinks we are as loving as ever. In fact, I keep lowering the bar repeatedly. Abandon principles. The facts tell me. A love built on constant compromise and giving up one's principles will not end well. Love too humble. It will only make the other person think you are insignificant. On the day of the interview, I ran into Matthew. He got a perm. There is a cute little girl nearby, it's obvious. He took our emotional money, dressed up a bit. Start flirting with new people. A pang of pain in the heart. This scene seems to prove his lack of loyalty to our feelings. The gap should be a respect for past feelings. But he doesn't even want to give me the most basic respect. The moment of seeing them walk together, a wave of intense discomfort hit my stomach immediately. Matthew, I told you before, no need to come for an interview. I can ask my dad to help you arrange a spot in my company, although the voice was soft. Instantly caught everyone's attention in the fitting room. Sophia, I told you, I must rely on my own efforts. This is truly an uplifting performance. It almost made me want to applaud him. He even had me prepare and submit his resume for the interview. What effort to talk about. All right, then let's take it as a way to relax. It's no big deal if the interview doesn't go well. Matthew smiled gently touched the girl's head. Speak, Sophia. Wait for me outside. I sat quietly in the corner watching everything, until Matthew's shadow loomed over me. I take a deep breath, try to suppress the nausea and the sting in the nose. Look up at him. His smugness was clearly visible on his face, as if to say, look, I can still find someone else without you. You're breaking up with me over a few photos. Look at how you look now. I can't help it. It was thrown up directly, vomited on Matthew. Amelia, Matthew looked at me in surprise. Do you know how much this coat is worth? I wiped the corner of my mouth. Lift your head. There is a bit of stubbornness inside. I don't know how to say it, but I know that it's my money. You shouldn't wear the clothes I bought. I did not continue with the later interviews. Took a taxi home. I revised my resume. Submitted several more to the new company. To work in the same company as Matthew. I only chose a few companies to send my resume to. Matthew is gone now. My options have increased. Before starting the new job, I decided to continue with my original part-time job. Didn't expect that. Frenemies on a narrow road. Matthew appeared before me again in that coat, in the cafe on the second floor of the bookstore. A little girl leaned against him, reading a book. He looked gently at the girl in his arms, gently strokes her hair from time to time, a smile of indulgence on the face. Such a scene. It seems to have appeared in my memory as well. But at that time, the female lead in his arms is actually me. He always gently tucked the loose hair behind my ear. It would also sit beside me to block the sunlight. I was touched by his gentleness, thoughtfulness, and attention to detail. I never expected that all of this was actually false. If only there hadn't been a breakup. Today should have been our 3rd anniversary, but at this moment, he is very close with others. When I brought the dessert and coffee to their table, Matthew looked at me with a hint of sarcasm in the eyes. His eyes seemed to say, "Take a look. You're just a server. I lived so happily after leaving you." He seems to have forgotten. In these 3 years, I bought him the gifts and things he wanted by working part-time. He is a little nicer to me. I just want to give him more in return. Amelia, you are so nice. I'm truly lucky to have a girlfriend like you. Amelia, my feelings for you are genuine. At first, he said he really loved me. I am willing to be tolerant and accommodating in everything for myself. In the end, I became so humble. This latte is a bit too sweet. Can I get a different cup? I forced a smile. Okay, I just served the 2nd cup of coffee. The little girl in Matthew's arms was handed over. As a result, the coffee was spilled all over me. I recognize you. You are the one who made Matthew feel particularly awkward that day. Directly prevented him from attending the interview. Matthew suddenly stood up. Hold her in the arms. Whisper, "Sophia, don't make a fuss," the person in front. The eyes seemed to sparkle with amusement. There was a hint of provocation. The store manager heard the noise, quickly came over to help me out. I remained silent, embarrassingly walked out of the cafe. It's drizzling outside. A breeze blew. The clothes cling to the body, wet. It makes me feel cold. I was planning to walk to the bus stop to catch a taxi in the rain. Suddenly, an umbrella appeared above me, blocking the rain. Amelia, why does this always happen to you when we meet? Lucas's long fingers gripped the umbrella handle. He smiled, revealing his dimples. Especially charming, Dr. Bennett. How did you end up here? Come here to buy books. He shook the collection of essays in his hand. Let's go together. I'll give you a ride home. I haven't had a chance to decline. He handed me the umbrella. I'm going to drive. Wait for me here. Until I got into Lucas's car, still feeling a bit dazed. He draped his coat over me, turned up the heater in the car. I smelled a faint scent of disinfectant on his clothes and a hint of mint. Are you feeling unwell? Be careful. The stomach can reflect emotions. I was feeling down, but after hearing his words, instead laughed. I'm going to the hospital to get something. Then I'll take you home. I nodded lightly. Unknowingly, fell asleep in the passenger seat when I woke up again. It is already dark. Lucas's car is parked downstairs. He took off his coat. Keep me warm, Amelia. See you next time. I went upstairs wearing Lucas's jacket. Just as about to close the door, Matthew suddenly appeared at the door. Stopped me. Amelia, you just won't admit defeat. Is that so? I looked at him with a gaze as if I were looking at a lunatic. Matthew, we broke up a long time ago. You also found a new girlfriend. Wake up early. Amelia, you should know. I just want to make you uncomfortable, make you bow your head. I interrupted him. Don't make excuses for your issues. I'm feeling a bit unwell. You are angry because of what happened in the cafe during the day. Sophia has a bit of a temper, but her dad is an executive at a new media company. Can you help me solve work-related issues? I am also thinking about our future. Want to earn more money. Take good care of yourself. I blinked impatiently. The suppressed frustration and anger were almost overwhelming. I'll say it again. Please leave. But Matthew suddenly wanted to hug me. Amelia, stop it. After I finish my work, I'll buy you your favorite jasmine. How is it in the pulling? Lucas's coat fell to the ground. I hurriedly bent down to pick it up. Amelia, this is a men's coat, right? Is it the guy who just dropped you off? Matthew's face instantly darkened. We just separated a few days ago. You just dated other men. This has nothing to do with you. I seized the moment when he wasn't paying attention, pushed him out the door forcefully, then closed the door. Locked. No matter how he knocks, I'm just not planning to open it. Early in the morning, Sophia called me. I'm not quite sure how she got my number. Just as they spoke, they offered me $100,000 to keep my distance from Matthew. I know you are Matthew's ex. However, you have to understand, he doesn't love you at all. You are redundant to him. I don't want to let her feel proud. Just snapped at her. He loves you. It's still the money in your pocket, Sophia. You might as well give this money to Matthew to support his dreams. After all, what he wants is a wealthy partner. I still remember when we first started dating. I talked with Matthew about our dreams. I told him I want to be an independent creator. Both scriptwriting and screenwriting are fine. He said with a smile that he would wait for my efforts. Once I succeed, I'll support him. At that time, I thought he was just joking. Looking back now, What he said was heartfelt and genuine. After all, we've been together for 3 years. We share the expenses for meals, shopping, and outings. Rarely received his gifts, it's me instead. Whenever he wants something, I will work to save money to buy it for him. People around showcase their happiness on social media. I thought I had found the symbol of happiness. In fact, I've just been waiting all along. He told many captivating stories, promised many wonderful things. I got lost in these fantasies. I got up and went through the gifts Matthew had given me over the past 3 years. It turned out that it couldn't even fill a box. There are only 7 in total, but I cherish them carefully. The box also contains a few clean pieces of candy wrappers. That was on my birthday. Matthew gave me a jar of candy. He hopes my future life will be as sweet as candy. At that moment, I felt incredibly moved. Meeting someone like him is truly a stroke of luck in my life. Only then did I understand. Actually, he forgot my birthday. That jar of candy was obtained from a roommate. Gave them back $20. It is often said that love should not be measured by money, but ironically, when I ask for nothing, he thinks I'm cheap. I had a sudden outbreak of gastritis, sent to the hospital by kind individuals. The first person seen upon waking was Lucas. He looked at me lying on the hospital bed. Show an expression that is both angry and funny. Amelia, are you unhappy with our family? I'm a bit puzzled. Sat up slowly. A smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Last time, fell into my arms. This time it was in front of my sister. I'm a bit shy. Lowered the head. I told her you are my friend. My sister entrusted you to me. Seeing him still by my bed, I asked him how much the medical expenses were, planning to forward it to him. And the last payment. Lucas suddenly leaned in, poked my forehead. Consider it a good deed. If there's a next time, I'll ask you for it. This won't work. Please give me the code. He shook his phone. I tried scanning the code, but did not sweep away. Only then did realize it wasn't a payment code. It's a friend code. Thought about it. Adding him as a friend to share is also a solution. So I scanned the code again and added him. But how can I say it? He just doesn't want to accept money. Dr. Bennett, please just accept it. I finished the infusion. Followed closely behind Lucas, urging him to collect the money. Accidentally bumped into someone. By chance. The person bumped into was actually Sophia. How did you get here? Before I could speak, Lucas tugged at my sleeve. Friend, I shook my head. Enemies are almost accounted for. The current girlfriend of an ex. He frowned immediately. You're really unlucky, Sophia. At that moment, Matthew's voice was heard. Sophia hurried over, helped him ask the way. Matthew, are you okay? Matthew leaned slightly, holding the belly. There was doubt and anger in the gaze, gazing directly at me and Lucas. I ran into an acquaintance. Look, Sophia pointed at me and Lucas. A smile appeared on the face. Amelia, what is your relationship with him? Matthew stared at me intently, as if wanting to get the answer he desired from my lips. I smiled faintly. Ask him, what do you think of our relationship at that moment? Lucas suddenly took my hand. He said with a smile, that's how my relationship with Amelia is. He raised my hand and shook it, smiling brilliantly. I was momentarily stunned, totally unresponsive, just got pulled forward by Lucas when no one is around. He just let go of my hand. Before Lucas spoke, I spoke first. Dr. Bennett, thank you. I understand you want to help me. Lucas sighed helplessly, gently rubbed my head. Amelia, take good care of yourself. Let's not meet at the hospital next time. I nodded gently, gave him a smile. Okay, I turned and walked towards the hospital entrance. Remember the bag left in the emergency room. So, I hurried back to get the bag. Matthew just happened to be in that hospital room. Amelia, are you here to see me? I believe you still think of me. I picked up the bag beside me, gave a cold glance at the haggard Matthew. Amelia, my stomach is a bit uncomfortable. I want to drink the yam and spare rib soup you make. I walked out with my bag. It seems that the words he said went unnoticed. Amelia, wait for me. My stomach hurts. Matthew rushed out and grabbed me as soon as he pulled out the Roman needle. Matthew, don't forget that Sophia is still busy with your paperwork. He paused. The hand that was released suddenly clenched tightly again. Amelia, don't mention her. I know you're still angry, but I explained it to you before. It's just work between Sophia and me. Otherwise, how would I want to take care of such a temperamental young lady? I gave a cold smile, shake off his hand. Sophia, did you understand? Matthew instantly let go of my hand. The expression on the face turned tense and frantic. Take a look. Matthew, what kind of person are you? I never expected you to be such a person. Amelia, I sincerely want to make up with you. Can't you understand you used to understand me? I have mentioned it before. As long as you're good to me, I'm willing to be with you even if I have no money. How could you forget? I have recently seen through Matthew completely. Beneath his refined demeanor lies hypocrisy. I was listening when he said those words. Has already lost trust in him. He actually suggested finding 2 girls. Love is finicky. I can't be with someone who isn't hygienic. I like someone who is willing to shield me from the rain. A boy willing to run 3 kilometers to deliver medicine to my dormitory. Not the kind who only thinks about using my feelings and money. Ambiguous with others. Able to justify oneself confidently. Amelia, if you care about Sophia, I can break up with her right away. Can we get back together? He wants to break up with Sophia. I couldn't help but smile softly. Matthew, this isn't good. Additionally, Sophia is right behind you. This time, Sophia is really behind him. I did not lie, actually, before I mentioned it. Sophia has already appeared. I just didn't remind him. Matthew, do you know what you're saying? The angry young lady threw the medical records and medicine at him. I took the chance to quietly quicken my pace to leave, to avoid getting involved. Didn't expect to have walked just a few steps. It bumped right into a warm embrace. The familiar scent of mint and the smell of disinfectant hit me. I looked up. A familiar face came into view. It's actually Lucas. We just agreed not to meet at the hospital. How did we run into each other so soon? Lucas just got off work. Just ran into someone planning to sneak away. Let's go. I'll take you back, he said to me, got into the car. I keep recalling the words Matthew once said. You used to understand me so well. I even momentarily forgot to fasten my seatbelt. At the moment, I was lost in thought. Lucas suddenly turned around. Gently hold my face. Leaning down slightly to meet my gaze. You are not wrong. This is not your problem. Tears streamed down. It's been a long time for me. It was the first time someone told me, you are not wrong. This is not your problem. Amelia, cry if you feel like it. It will get better after crying. Encounter someone unsuitable. Don't think it was your fault. You are already excellent. That's it. I had a good cry in Lucas's car. All the grievances and injustices turned into tears. Lucas watched me cry silently, then handed me a tissue. I don't know if it's an illusion. In the blur, it seemed that tears were also flowing from the corners of his eyes. I cried until I was exhausted. Finally fell asleep quietly in the passenger seat. When waking up, the car was found parked by the riverbank. Lucas got off the car at some point, leaning against the railing by the river, smoking. I saw him show a distressed expression for the first time, feels that the overall demeanor doesn't quite match. I opened the car door and got out, called Lucas's name. He suddenly turned around, stamp out the cigarette butt on the ground. You're awake. Are you going home? Still want to see the stars? He pointed to the sky, smiled at me. I don't want to go back. He nodded, opened the car door. Drape your coat over me. Fast travel done. Otherwise, it will be back to the hospital. We leaned against the railing by the river, stared at the stars for a long time, until I began to feel sleepy. The next day, I wore that jacket when I went to the hospital, but was told that Lucas took sick leave and didn't come, so I carried the clothes. He headed to his house following the address provided by his colleague. I rang the doorbell. Lucas immediately opened the door. Amelia, what brings you here? I imitated him and shook the bag in my hand, said to deliver clothes. He noticed at a glance that I was imitating him. Couldn't help but laugh. Come in. As soon as I entered the room, I noticed his face was particularly red. He sat down. I couldn't help but reach out to touch his forehead. The temperature is really high, I asked him. Do you have a fever? No, we need to go to the hospital. He waved his hand and said, I can treat myself. No need to go to the hospital, just take some medicine. There are still some at home. I saw him looking for medicine to swallow. Hurry and stop. Ask him if he has eaten. He shook his head and said, Not yet eaten, I said. Wait a moment. I pushed him onto the bed, let him lie down properly. Then I went into the kitchen. Besides rice noodles, there are no other items in the fridge, nothing at all. I had no choice but to make him a bowl of porridge. I helped him sit up. After he drank the porridge and took the medicine, gently closed the door and left. I took a taxi home, just arrived at the building, saw a familiar figure. I just got out of the car. The moment the car door closed, Matthew is already in front of me. Amelia, where did you go? He looked at me with a face full of grievance. Did you know I waited for you all afternoon? I want to leave the morning building. But he reached out to block me. Amelia, can I finish speaking? I'm not finished yet. He suddenly knelt down. I really realized my mistake this time, harmed you. I sincerely apologize to you. I hope you can forgive me. He wants to hold my hand. Let me touch his face. But I quickly dodged. Matthew, don't be so excited. Calm down. Love itself is a bit fastidious. I feel uncomfortable being with you. It seems he has been somewhat affected. Suddenly jumped up and hugged my leg tightly. Amelia, please give me another chance. I will definitely cherish you. It won't be the same as before. I struggled desperately, want to push him away. He cried very sadly, holding onto my leg tightly. Matthew, take it easy. Get up and talk properly. I don't want to. I must wait for your forgiveness before I can stand up. He's being noisy like a child. Really thought this would make me forgive him. Just like before, indulge his mistakes. I absolutely won't. Never. I will no longer yield to his demands. also not planning to change oneself to cater to him. Nor would there be any self-comforting after incessant self-blame. Matthew, if you don't get up soon, I'm going to call the police, I said calmly. I pretended to take out my phone and make a call. Matthew finally let go of my leg, stood up. Amelia, you are really so heartless. Just ended our 3-year relationship like this. His face showed a sense of disappointment. The clearly injured person is me. You destroyed our relationship first. Matthew, in the album on your phone, watching the sea together, hand in hand, hugging. Isn't it Sophia? She is the boss's daughter you have to please for the future of your career. And I heard what you said when you called after the graduation trip. You actually said it's better to find 2 people outside. I never expected you to say something like that. After all, you were so shy that you blushed even when holding my hand. I have always felt that I met someone who understands me well, so even without money, we can become better by striving together. In fact, I am working hard to make money, want to build a future with you. Yet you think I only deserve to take the cheap bus. Can only accept a gift worth 20 yuan. I once boasted to everyone that I met someone amazing. In the end, it turned into a complete mess. Matthew stood there. Eyes showed obvious shock. Matthew has an almost obsessive cleanliness when it comes to love. If it feels unclean, avoid it. I avoided him and walked inside. This time he didn't stop me. Matthew has completely exited my life. My life seems to slowly be getting back on track. The submitted resumes are gradually getting responses. I received several job offers from new media companies. I decided to join one of them. Work has become increasingly busy with this job. I started updating my long overdue social media accounts again. Since that day, I took care of the sick Lucas. Our interactions have quietly increased. He'll invite me to dinner and a walk after work. He would bring food to the company building when I worked overtime. Sometimes we work overtime. They silently order takeout for each other. Colleagues often think he is my boyfriend. I have to explain every time. Tell them we're just friends. One day, it rained heavily. It just happened to be his vacation. He cooked the meal himself, deliver it to my company's entrance. The moment I took the lunchbox, the rain is getting heavier. He tilted the umbrella to shield my head, gently rubbed my head. A colleague accidentally filmed the scene and uploaded it online. The caption of the video is "Love is a tilted umbrella." Instantly sparked heated discussions, although the video has been blurred. But those who know us can still recognize us. Colleagues began to wonder about my relationship with Lucas. The atmosphere suddenly became very awkward. Just because of that video, I have been making excuses about working late for several days in a row, deliberately avoiding Lucas. Did not expect. Lucas actually came to find me. Amelia, get in the car. I want to talk to you about something. I pretended not to hear the cheers from my colleagues next to me. Hurry up and cover the face before getting on the bus. Lucas didn't say anything along the way, just took me to the place where we watched the stars that night. Are you angry? Is it because of that video? I have already explained it to my colleagues, but they just don't believe it. Amelia, I am anxious, he interrupted. He got out of the car, go around to the trunk. After wandering around, a bouquet of flowers was held in front of me. You always say that formal dating requires a bouquet and a confession. I have flowers now. Do you want to hear my confession? You have to listen, whether you want to or not. I like you. Actually, I've liked it for a long time. It's just that when I find you, your eyes are filled with Matthew. Do you remember that? The summer after graduating from senior year, when you come to travel, gave a band-aid to an injured boy. My parents argued over their divorce that day. As a result, something hit my forehead. People come and go. People's eyes are filled with curiosity. Only you stepped on my foot. Hurry up and apologize. Gave me a band-aid. You are the only one who comforts me. Still advised me not to fight in the future. But I actually didn't fight. It's all friendly fire. Upon hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh. Tears stubbornly held back. Would you be my girlfriend? I held back my tears. Slight nod. I am willing. Next, Lucas, the tall man at 1.8 meters, leaned on my shoulder, cried very excitedly, tears of joy. That night, he posted an official announcement photo on his social media, also borrowed my phone to send a message. He specifically downloaded a software, registered an account, reply to that hot video, express gratitude, saying love is not just a tilted umbrella. The girl in the video will eventually be my wife. He said me wife, attracted everyone's attention online. At that moment, I posted a photo on my account, show my hand tightly holds Lucas's hand. Sharp-eyed netizens quickly found my account. The picture gained hundreds of thousands of likes overnight. I didn't expect that. Matthew actually saw that video, even made a special trip to the company to find me. I really don't understand how he found out my company's address. Just stepped downstairs when he stopped me. Amelia, you have to tell me this isn't true. Is it okay? He angrily pointed at the photo of Lucas and me holding hands on the phone screen, asked me with red eyes. I did nod. I gave a cold nod. This is completely impossible. How could this happen? How could you possibly fall in love with someone else so quickly? Amelia, I just passed an interview with a company. Tomorrow, work officially starts. I haven't come to see you lately. It's because I'm desperately looking for a job. I took a few steps back. Keep your distance from him. Afraid he would pounce again like last time. Matthew, you don't need to tell me all this. We broke up a long time ago. What you do now has nothing to do with me. No, I think, Amelia, we still have a chance to reconcile. Look, I have found a job now. I will do my best. Can we reconcile? His eyes were filled with tears. Like a lost puppy, but at this moment, I don't want to be soft-hearted. I almost lost my trust in love. Come to one's senses. I realized that I loved you for these 3 years. It's like giving you the right to hurt me. You taught me how to stop loving like that. You can ask yourself. In fact, you don't think you're wrong, but rather the pain of being abandoned by me. Get used to no one being there to support you forever. Of course not. He suddenly shouted softly, then softly said, Amelia, I love you, so I can't lose you. I will definitely change. I will try my best. Tears streamed down, yet I still appeared very calm. We are already done. Amelia. Lucas hurried over, hold me in your arms, then looked up at Matthew. Mr. Thompson, since it's an ex, I think you should be quieter. I held Lucas's hand. Ignore Matthew's wounded gaze, then left. Amelia, you once promised to love me for a lifetime. I didn't look back. Promises only matter when there's love. This is what I understood from Matthew. Yesterday we were still close as one. Today, however, we tacitly avoided meeting. Love is always about the mood. Two people in love on a rainy day will hold up an umbrella to shield each other from the wind and rain. The one who loves deeper will tilt the umbrella slightly. Lucas fastened my seatbelt, then lift my face up. Look to the left, look to the right. Were you scared? I gazed into his eyes, said nothing. Listen quietly to him muttering to himself. Don't worry about overthinking. He couldn't see clearly. This hasn't affected you, Amelia. Always remember not to wear yourself out. Have a snack when you get home tonight. I have bought the groceries. I'm going to make rib soup for you, even if I ignore him. He can keep talking nonstop by himself. At that moment, I completely understand what happiness is.